I'm never getting enough of that.
I
Like
know, I
I love
know.
it.
I almost want to do it again, but I'm gonna
I
chill out
never
with
get
that.
enough.
I know. Shout out to Scotty Knox, Knox City, aka Knox City, the proprietor, owner, and facilitator of Fat Boy Boulevard. He's the co-host on Is It Wednesday Yet, which airs on the BS3 network on Wednesdays, obviously at 8:30. So get on there, check him out, and when you get on there, troll him a little bit, give him a hard time. I promise you, he will love it. So shout out to Scotty Knox for that intro right there. With that being said, we welcome you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is Thursday at 8:30.
Yes,
And
the
and we're
best
in the
day.
building. Yes, absolutely. Perspective is in the house, and we thank you for being here. And we really, I'm going to tell you on this topic, we're going to need you to involved. Get involved. I've heard somebody say it like that. Let's get into it, is what I
Let's
like to
get
say.
into it.
Let's get into it. We really want your feedback. We really want your perspective. And with that being said, we always start the show out with kind of talking about what the premise and the foundation of our show is. And it's found right there in the name, perspective. This is a place for different opinions, different points of views, different lived experiences, is what I like to call it. And then you're going to get some disclaimers here in a second that'll even elaborate on that a little bit more. And so you may come across topics and subjects. This is a safe place. Share your truth, as people like to say. Share your perspective. And it may not match up with someone else's. Other people, may have a different view. And that's the key word. Just because your views are different, it doesn't mean that you're right and they're wrong. You're wrong and they're right. It simply means they're different. And when we look at our differences, we take the moment to really understand the other person's point of position. It actually brings us closer together. And that is what we aim to do here on Perspective. With that being said, I am Eric Butler, AKA The Intellect, AKA Cullinan 8, because I'm the biggest diamond ever found on land, and AKA The Atlantic, because I'm cold, deep, and choppy, and ain't nothing nobody can do about it. Now, I'm not going to go into too deep into my background, but it is laid out in talent acquisition. I've been doing that for about 2 decades. It has lent me the opportunity to talk to a lot of people, to consult with individuals. It's led me to opportunities to talk to youth, young adults, and help them in their career direction, which kind of leans over into some advice that they found to be very helpful and kind of led me to this point. I work in the community through the Empower series, www.theempowerseries.com. Go to the website, like, follow, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. And definitely go to our YouTube page. You'll find a lot of good content for inspiration, information, education on financial literacy. With that being said, I'm going to step aside and kind of slide the mic over to my illustrious, man, one of a kind, unique, super duper, califragilistic, espialidocious co-host, aka Doc.
Okay, so thank you so much for the warm welcome. I appreciate it. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Latoya, aka Them Kids Mama, aka Chef Jeff wife. Shout out to Chef Jeff,
Shout
who
out.
having his own show, This Dope Cooking Show, coming soon to the BS3 network. So we are very proud of him. But back to
Excited.
me. I'm a licensed professional counselor. I'm an author. I'm a speaker. And to learn more about me and my practice, you can visit latoyathetherapist.com. Before we get into this, let me give y'all a disclaimer.
Boom.
A therapist, not your therapist, unless we have paperwork and payment involved. We will be speaking from our education, our experience, and not necessarily our personal current life. Unless I say this is my personal current business, this is not my business. This is something I might have heard. This is just my perspective from life, something I may have seen on Tubi. I'm just kidding.
Ha. Not Tubi. Tubi with the shout out. All right.
No, put me in a movie though. Um,
Yeah.
something I may have seen on TV. We're just having a conversation. We also know that there will be outliers for every situation. We know that your cousin, sister's homegirl had the same situation and it worked out for her very well. And we are so happy for sis. We're not talking about her. We're talking in general perspectives. Okay, cool. So before we dive in, let's hit the comments.
All
Um,
right. Mr. Ben Sutter the third. He says, he says you can support BS3 Network by sending stars. Stars help us earn money to continue building the network. Thank you. And if you go on,
Yes.
you see the little, they'd have the like button, and then there's some other indicators, and then there's some stars over that like button. You hit the stars. When you find the stars, you see that it is a monetary element, and it's not a great amount. You can share it across the different content plans, but if you share that with us, it really does help. And I always like to reiterate that this is a quality network. It is I know the individuals who have the brainchilds of it, the operators, the producers, and creators of it. I mean, they're good human beings. At the end of the day, this is not a money grab. It's not something they're just doing willy nilly. And if you go to the BS3 network, go look at some of the other programs, you'll see that it has a FUBU field. It's for us, by us. And it covers all spectrums. As we said, we got dope cooking. We got what is the name of the show?
This Dope Cooking Show with
This
Chef
dope,
Jeff.
man. And y'all think it's a joke, man. It's finna be fire. Like you get that cordon bleu, sprinkle of salt level, but with the flavors that we used to. So it's gonna cover all things. So definitely take the time to like our content, to share our content, to support and follow the network, and again, support BS3 Network by sending stars. There he is.
Mr. J. Gilliard, my man. He said, welcome, folks.
Only.
How we doing?
Mr. J. Gilliard.
I always want to be like, baby bird, that is a grown lady.
Say, man, that's my baby bird. There ain't nothing she can do about it.
Not mine.
Man, she can flourish into a full. She gonna flourish into a full pterodactyl like her dad. But you know what I'm saying? She always gonna be my baby bird because we be snatching up stuff. It's like we'll blot out the sun when we fly through. Okay, let me chill out. She said, "Hey, let's get into some perspectives." Absolutely.
All right, then they chatting because this is a community. It is a
community
feeling.
Yes, it is. Hey, and don't be afraid, man. Just say hi. Let us just put your city down. Something. Just communicate with us, and also, give StreamYard permission to show your name because we definitely want to address you properly. We want to give you your kudos, especially when you drop gems that pings people perspective. It may adjust, and you never know. You may not think what you're saying is important, or you may not even think it's unique, but many times it is, and it can help others. So we definitely want you to participate and comment in there. All right, Doc.
Okay, so let me set the scene. So I'm at work and I'm talking about to a beautiful, well-rounded, intelligent woman, right? Like, I'm like, yes, I love you. Like, oh, we could be friends if you wasn't in this setting with me. And she was like, I think I'm finna break up with my boyfriend. And I was like, oh man, what happened? And she said, he don't have no money. I said, oh, okay, we gonna throw the whole relationship away. We're gonna get him a job application, and she said, at this point in her life, she is not willing to subscribe to anything less than what she has. She said that, and what sparked the conversation was we were talking about the Tyler Perry episode when we responded to what Tyler Perry had said. So like she hit me beginning the session. I was like, hey, so check in. She was like, hey, so you said, and I was like, ooh.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, she said like she's not subscribing to that, and she don't need nobody to pay her light bill because she can pay it. And I thought, how many people are dealing with this? And I only say like I love him, but he's broke because men are more willing to date broke women. Like they like that.
Wait a minute. Okay, let me digress.
They do. They like a woman they can control.
No, that's not true. There is a segment of men who may like to function that way.
Yeah, because I know some people who like purposefully date.
Don't say date down. They They date individuals who are not making as
as
much
much
money as
money as
they
them
are.
on purpose, though. Like on
Yes,
purpose, because the
they
women who
prefer it.
make as much or more, you can't control them. They
No,
got
it ain't.
set.
You can't control them. They sometimes are just a damn headache all together. You know why? Because
No, I don't.
they think money is the value that they bring to the relationship. And that's not the value you bring to the relationship, not to someone who can pay their light bill, as she
Mhm,
likes to say, someone who can pay their car note and their mortgage
mhm.
and facilitate their lives just as well. So it's got to be something else of more tangibility
Very
that you
much
must bring to the party.
something.
Excuse me?
I said very much something.
Yeah, something different to the party. So
Okay,
I
so
think though,
hold on. You said that the lady thinks that all she brings, like the money, is the value that she brings to the relationship.
she
I don't
thinks
think
that's
that.
the key value.
I think it's that
Not
a
not
woman.
not, not this particular lady.
You
Not
talking
this
about women in
particular lady. I
general,
want to be
right?
clear. Yeah,
Right? In
like the
general.
women that fall in that group that
Oh, that
you
segment.
because you just said that men, don't like the women because the woman they can't be controlled. It's not that they can't be controlled, it's that that group of women, they think that okay, I make this much. If it's equal or even more, they think that's the value. And it makes them act a certain way that they shouldn't. Now they ain't got to listen to just common basic discussion topics or recommendations, suggestions, and sometimes directions.
So I think that the segment of women that I think I'm speaking about, when they make a certain amount of money, they feel like they have a say as well. I don't like listen, everybody be trying to play like money don't matter. Money absolutely matters.
It does. I
You
agree.
stand a little bit taller when you got money in your pocket. You just do. Like,
Mhm,
and people try to
mhm,
play like they don't. And I don't play with me.
mhm,
I talk to
mhm.
people. Yes, you do.
I know you do.
And so I think that it's not that those women can't be controlled. I think it's that they have more of a voice or they expect to have more of a voice. I personally know women who make more than they man and they're still submissive when it's time to be submissive. But
When
I
it's
think that
time.
submission looks a little bit different. I think I think if he makes six figures and you work at McDonald's and he say let's jump, you're gonna be like, okay. But I think if he makes six figures and you make six figures and he said let's jump, I think you got a couple follow-up questions. And I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. Because ultimately we're gonna jump. I just need to know how many times we jump and where we're going, what's happening. What's wrong with that?
I No, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I even think the woman at McDonald's she may have some follow-up
She
questions as
don't.
well.
She ain't
And
got
I
none.
don't think well, listen, we're not gonna do McDonald workers like that. That's just not what we're
What's
not
on
gonna do.
that segment?
Because like if you're a manager at McDonald's, you might be. I
You
mean, there's
making a
some
couple dollars. Now let's
no, it
not
ain't even the
play.
dollars. It's some because at that point, I think we're equating someone's mental capacity or their mental faculties and what they can contribute from a analytical or cognitive level based on the fact that they work at McDonald's. It's a lot of other factors that
It's super
could weigh into
nuanced.
that.
It's super nuanced, but I think high level we just assume, and we shouldn't assume because we don't know
Yeah,
the
and we shouldn't.
circumstances. We should not assume.
And
We
that's
don't know
my
their
space because I've
circumstances.
talked to a
But I think
yes.
that when people say McDonald's fast food or whatever, I think the assumption is if you could do better, you would do better. But what people don't know is some of those people have been working at McDonald's for a while and they are doing better. You just don't know they're doing better.
Exactly. And it's people that have these very sexy titles,
Not
and
sexy.
it's not what it is. I just use the word sexy because it was provocative and I knew it would make people say, what's it?
No,
But
because it is some like, what's your
no, it's
title? And
people that
it's like,
I'm
mm,
and you make more
and
than them. But that janitor, the guy that has that small business with like 3 clients, that's
right.
the janitor, and he has like 2 or 3 workers, he makes more than you annually.
Yes, yes,
But
he does.
but the one in the suit who's probably non-exempt, you know what I'm saying? He's probably and he gets to, he dresses different and walks in a different type of building, he will get more respect if no one knows the background of it, and be treated with a certain level of reverence. It's so
Oh,
sad
absolutely.
to
It is
see,
terrible.
and which I think lends into this situation. So the real question for the lady, your friend, who says, I think I'm gonna break up with him because he broke. So is it really because he's broke, or does he not have, is he not working toward anything? And then let's do
He
this,
doesn't have
Doc.
a job.
You
He doesn't
you
have
hurt my feelings because you always keep me straight. What we did not do, let's define broke.
what she
What is
said.
broke?
So I feel like, oh, I know, that's my thing, the definitions, right? When I think of broke, I literally think you don't have any money. I don't think working poor, where you like check the check, barely making it, robbing Peter to pay Paul. That's different. When you say broke, to me, you don't have a job, you don't have an income. To me,
is that was her circumstance,
so
or
when
whether he didn't make
for
his money?
her, for this specific incident, I said, huh? She said, yeah, he don't have a job, he don't have no money.
He don't have no job. Did he have a job when they got together?
But he's been out of work for 8 months.
Oh, she ain't got no patience. Okay, so see, and I'm gonna tell you,
Hold on.
is
8
he not?
months?
Listen, the market is the market. Now I'm in this, and I'm telling you, unless we just went through, not us, not my company, because they keep it player. I'm really appreciative of that. However, I don't even have to be as aggressive because people are coming to me because other companies were making layoffs.
Oh, big time.
We just went through that a little session. So it's going to recalibrate. We'll see what happens in Q1, in January, February, March. She might really be losing someone good because she doesn't have any patience, like Eric just said, like the intellect just spoke, like the Atlantic just commented.
Like you just cold, deep, and choppy that thing?
Man, because I know what I know.
Okay, hold on. Let me read this comment. So Facebook user says, Cousin Terry is here. Hey. You sound so good, cousin. Love you, Eric. Also, fun conversation. Well, hey.
That's what's up. What's up? Yeah, that's my cousin, man. She out of Cali. She was holding down San Diego after I was born there, and then I left, and so she held it down. Yeah, I mean, I love my cousin, man. I'm gonna put it out there, man. She's one of my favorite people. She's awesome. She's awesome. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for watching. Alexis says, I don't know any happy broke people. That's all I'm saying. Like, what we like for real. But anyway, so you're saying that she's gonna miss out on somebody good because she doesn't have any patience. Now, possibly. What I asked her was like, well, what is he doing to get a job? How is he paying his bills? Like, because I'm gonna ask the questions. So
absolutely, I know Doc gonna get into it.
So she said she don't know how he's paying his bills. She's not paying them. He has not asked her for any money, but all of the plans that they had, he was like, nah, I can't do that because I'm not working.
Well, that's what that's called?
Smart.
Logic.
Smart. So I said that. I said, well, it's not smart to be like gallivanting around the world and he doesn't have an income.
She's gonna lose a good one. Now let her lose him. I
don't know if he's good though. Like, because why he's not applying to jobs?
How does she know he's not applying to jobs?
Well, I asked, was he applying? And she said no. I don't know.
How does she know?
I don't know.
Because obviously she ain't talking to him deep enough. Because she would have been able to answer that. Like, well, he's tried. He said he's not applying any jobs. She doesn't know that.
I said, is he looking for work? She said no. I said, so he ain't filling out applications? She said no.
Okay, we got to take her for a word. If he's
I believe her. I don't think she's lying about that. Now, do I think she's judging him harshly? I do, but she is super put together.
So is he selling? He must be selling dope or something, I guess. Because he paying his bills apparently. Yeah, I just made him a criminal. I don't.
You did, and I don't appreciate you criminalizing this man.
Yeah. All right, I recant that statement. My bag.
Okay, JGR said maybe he is taking a break from working. That's what I said. Like maybe he had like a really good
sometime that
those tech companies was paying bank on those layoffs.
Listen, they were doing, I'm gonna say it like this. Forgive those who are sensitive and they know me to be a love of the Most High. Listen, they was doing too damn much. Do you hear me?
No,
Because
listen.
I gotta talk to these folks, and I'm like, they paying you what? I was like, yeah, you need to
Yes.
go over there. You need to go over there.
Yes.
I just had somebody ask me, listen, they just coming out of school. Now, granted, they PhD. Listen, the people I support are much their intelligence, their intelligence is much different than mine, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Like, no, I'm serious. They're speaking English, but it sounds like a whole different language. You know what I'm saying? You know, computer science majors and math, you know, statistics and mathematic gurus and all that. They're a little different. But I mean, they coming out asking like, I'm out of school. I'm looking for 190. So let's maybe adjust that. Let's give me 180 and then increase the bonus about 300%. I'm like, say, man, first of all, I'm not going to pull out this calculator so I can get to the numbers. And then two, the answer is no. You know what I'm saying? They really had these expectations. They didn't ruin the game for me. I'm sorry, I had to vent a little bit.
No, it's okay. I get it because I know some people who got laid off from tech, and what was happening was they were giving them like 4 months of their salary and then a severance.
Oh yeah, bonus,
for those
bonus
4 months,
sign-on bonuses.
But for those 4 months, they couldn't work. Like, so they weren't looking, they weren't applying, they was just collecting.
Okay, they had non-competes. Oh, they had.
Yeah, so but
That's,
they were getting their
wait a
regular
minute.
salary for 4 months.
Was he
and
in
then getting severance? Oh, I don't know what he had going on. That's just what the tech people had going on. I don't know this man.
We need to call her, get her back on the show. We need to get her on the show and say, listen, lady. Now I'm gonna tell you, she got to be ready because I'm gonna beat her up.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing for me. Broke, like real broke. You knew that when you got with him. I think he elite broke, like broke adjacent, like not employed, but I don't think he's broke.
He's not broke. You know what he is? I can't take you on trips. I can't go buy you the Birkin. I can't stunt with you. I can't do all of that. He just said, let me chill out. Then if that changes and shifts, I'm pretty sure he would return to that. But he can't do that. And that's so sad that but you know, I think that's a perfect example of the mindset. That's my she said, I love him. But he broke.
And she said that her future children need a working father and some more stuff, financial freedom, debt free. Like, she got a plan. And what's difficult,
hope nothing happen to her ass.
What's difficult is like when people are super logical like that and they've already thought through all the angles, even though I'm poking holes, they like shellacking the holes up. They don't care. They ain't listening.
Sound like somebody that I host a show with.
Oh, on that Wednesday show? Oh, okay. So Jay Gilliard said, how long has he been out of work? 8 months.
8 months. 8 months, Joe. That's yeah. Listen,
it's a minute though. Like, that's a pregnancy.
No,
like,
I'm gonna tell you. You know, this is. I mean, I'm gonna tell you when I tell you I was going through it, it was horrible. But I'm so glad now because it has definitely shaped my perspective and my patience and my understanding on these type of things. One, to this guy, you good. If you see that when you run into a hiccup, how she's going to respond, you do not want to you don't want to throw your pearls after swine. You do not want to link your life up with someone. And I'm not saying she's flaky, but it's not stable, it's not committed, and it's not strong enough for me. Because if I'm going to because I'm valuable, his time is valuable, his essence. And if I give that to you, say, man, you better be ready to ride it out. Because I'm obviously, I'm not finna just sit down and just, oh, we just broke. I'm going to look, I'm going to find. And she may not be giving him a moment to mourn. Now, 8 months, he can't mourn for 8 months. But if he's paying his bills, he hasn't asked you for anything. The only thing the only thing in this conversation is we're not doing the plans we had. Like, are they supposed to happen now? Okay, we can't go on the trip. Well, of course, because I'm going to pay my bills versus the money that he probably had put up for that. You now have to reallocate that. That can happen anytime after when you had a kids, and definitely if you got kids, things gonna shift, things gonna move. So this is, to me, he's winning because she just showed her true colors. Wouldn't take it back.
Okay. Jay Gilliard said he's taking a mental health break. He may not like her though and don't want to spend his money on her. I didn't think of that. And I'm usually team, like he's just not that into you. But I didn't think of that. So shifting away from her in particular, let's get into it. How important is money in a relationship?
I would say on a scale from 1 to 10, it is about a 48.
Yeah. I was gonna say 100. And not even whether we have it or whether we don't have it. It's like, are we aligned on how we gonna get it? Are we aligned on what we're doing with what we have? Because we can't help what our salary is. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the job I got right now. I'm not gonna quit this job to go look for a better job. You know what I'm saying? Like, your salary is your salary. I'm not mad at that. But to me, it's more important that we are aligned with what we're doing with our pennies. We can't even talk about the dollars because we got to worry about, are we aligned with the pennies? You see what I'm saying? So for me, money is very important, but not necessarily how much of it you have, but what we're doing with it.
I don't know, Doc. I think the amount is the real culprit in a lot of this in this case, because it's not that he doesn't have, because he has money. And I'm referring to our example. He has money. He's paying his bills, so he has some money, but he don't have enough of it because
for her, for the next chick, you do. I bet.
And so, and I've been in that situation. I promise you, money issues were probably the main culprit of the failed relationships I've had, failed marriages that I had.
Money and sex. Really, like when people come to see me, it's money and sex. They always come and they're like, we have issues with our communication. It's not that they have issues with their communication. It's just that they don't have enough money and they ain't having enough sex.
Right. And here's another thing. This is why money is a 48, because money will impact the sex. Who getting horny when you're broke?
Cause like, why are you trying to jump up and down on top of somebody and you ain't got no money? Why are you doing that? Take all that energy and go get some money.
Well, and but that's easier said than done, And then and we're talking about amount because somebody can go get the money. You say go get the money, but how are you going to go get the money? How consistent is the money? But at the end of the day, it depends on the person. Because I know some people who, man, I ain't gonna say they struggle love, but they okay with it. Like, he don't make nothing but this, and then they just ride it out. You know what I mean? And that's just a different mindset and makeup. Facebook user says, why does it have to be just that man having money when it's supposed to be both man and women? Doc?
Oh, so typically, men are okay dating women who don't have as much money. And so for the sake of this example, we were using a specific situation where it was like the woman had money and the man didn't. But I think everybody needs their own money.
That's interesting. What do you mean by that, Doc?
That everybody needs their own money?
Yeah, help me understand.
Yeah, like everybody needs to be responsible for something. Bring something to, like, what are we doing?
No, go ahead. Finish that statement.
Bring something to the table. Like, let's get together.
See, let me break. I'm sidebar. I'm going to tell y'all, this is what makes my co-host so cold-blooded. She don't even like that statement. But the truth, she can't hold it in. When it's right and it's real, she can't hold it. She gon' say what it is, even if it go against her feelings, I would say.
Because feelings aren't bad.
But them facts, she gonna bring them facts to the table. I'm trying to tell you, if you need a therapist, I'm trying to tell you. Anyway, and scene. All right, we back to it. But Doc, with like I said, I think it's amount. And we already know it's a lot of variables, and it depends on the individuals involved. But if you and it's not necessarily the money. It's not necessarily the money. It is what the money addresses. It minimizes stress. It minimizes worry, because there's nothing more stressful when you don't know. I hate using the basics, but like, man, you don't want any issues. You want to know that you got a safe place to go, that you can take care of that place that you live in.
Right.
If you work and you have to go in, you want to make sure hey, if anything pops up other than my basics, we can address those things. So
Right.
when you don't have that worry and that stress, you're going to be better off. And I think that's really why the strong desire for the amount matters. You know what I mean? Now, I think you got to be a little bit more high level and mature to understand. Now, when it comes to your relationship, how you let that impact who you'll be with, how you're going to treat the person that you're with, then that's another level. And that's a different fight. I'm
I
sorry, go
also
ahead.
think that people have to be a little bit more realistic about
Oh,
what
say it.
they can afford. You know what I mean? Like, I
Church,
think we talked about this
church.
last time, where y'all work at wherever y'all work at, y'all can't afford to be on Emirates in first class. Go on Hop Spirit and do what you got to do. I do think people have to be a little bit more realistic
And
about how far their money can go,
no, don't
because
say
we're
people.
never going to
Don't
take
say
away
people,
the
Doc.
basics.
Doc, Doc,
What?
don't say people. Say who it is. Say who it is, Doc. Come on. You know
People,
you can't hold it.
humans,
No, no,
humans.
no. Okay. A licensed therapist, someone I know who's really good at what they do, and they're knowledgeable, and they've talked to countless people and they understand this factor. They made a statement saying that typically men
Yeah.
don't worry about those things. So if it's not men, and we're not, and this is nothing taken away from, um, um, you know, I'm trying to, I can't be, I'm just keeping it men relationships and women relationships. Someone
Right.
still takes energy level role of man or woman as it's traditionally been understood and known. So no offense to anyone that has a different perspective on, gender and gender roles or whatever. All right. But with me in mind, there's a man and there's a woman, yada, yada. So with that being said, men typically don't concern themselves with that. So if it's not the man who's concerned with that, then it would be, over here on this side now, y'all, the women
So what I was
who are
saying
concerned
was,
with that. Don't you like it
the
when I'm right?
but let's be clear, the men who aren't concerned with that are men with means. Let's be very clear.
Mm-hmm.
Average people,
No, let's
they
don't.
concerned.
Now let's don't get it off the no, because I think men of average means, we got a roof over our head. We can amply provide food, shelter, clothing, necessities. He
Okay.
not gonna be tripping. He not gonna be looking around talking about, oh, but she got more. I'm leaving her and going to him or going to her.
You
He
think
not
not?
doing that. No,
Average men,
women.
you don't think that's happening?
The average man is like, nah, I'm not leaving her. So because this woman make more, he not doing that. He'll leave a woman. He'll leave a woman that makes more because she treat him like he a damn child, to a woman that simply rub his head and say, I respect you. Man, I can't believe you get up every day and you go get in that truck and you drive all this and deliver all this and then come home and then, man, you can go out there and put the fence up and the oil
Not
need
putting
change.
fence
Oh,
up.
you didn't take it. You didn't take it to Midas. You climbed up under there. Man, a woman that appreciates a man with that type of energy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he'll leave a rich woman and treat that woman like a queen. I hate you. I don't like queen, like the goddess that she is.
Hold
And
on,
that's
these people
real talk.
like
But
rolling
not
with you.
women.
Hold on,
Huh?
listen. Look, go to the comments. These people with you.
Okay.
So Facebook user said facts, yes, sir, deep Butler. And then
Yeah,
Jake said, that's true, Eric.
absolutely, man. Because let's don't forget, we've talked about it, and I mentioned before, men require respect. Oh man, they'll tear something down and kill something behind a woman they respect. They'll lay in the
Duh.
street. I'm telling you, yeah, they'll turn into the Incredible Hulk. And if you don't know about the Incredible Hulk, he beats up gods. You understand? You know what I mean? You can shoot him, he won't die. You can't kill Incredible Hulk, basically. I think he slapped Thanos with the glove that he had. You know what I'm saying? You like snap your fingers if you want to. I'll break both of them off. But anyway, a man will go hard for that. Where a woman, I think women require the love, the patience. Listen, why is it that women, it says, husband, love your wives, women respect your husbands? Because what love is to you, what makes you feel secure, protected, provided for, and like, yes, that's what respect makes a man feel like.
Be deep tonight, then. Come on.
Oh, I'm just being honest and accurate. I'll challenge anybody. Call who you want to.
You know, I hate it when you write, but here we are agreeing.
Oh, Facebook said Thanos put your hands on him for doing that. I think Thanos put your hands on him for doing that. I don't know what he meant by that, but that's cool. That's cool. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure it out.
Hold on. This is the point that I think people are missing. Financial security represents security. Women want to be secure. We want to be stable. We want to be okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong, because a man wants that. Those are fundamental basic needs for every human being. Correct. Now, this is where the big division and issue, in my opinion, comes into play. We have social media. Women will look and see another woman and get envious and think this is the standard. We should have that, and look at him, her man, and be like, why we don't have that? Then the respect depletes. And like you said, you made a statement. This is why you in goddess status. One, because Jeff said so, and then two, I mean, if you're rolling with me, you can't nothing but be, you got to be of divine elements.
Okay.
So with that being said, you said, listen, you said it pays, you have to pay attention. Like, if you make what you make, this is your job. Let's look at the pennies and decide what we're gonna do with what we have.
Yeah,
God dang
that's
it.
all.
That's sexy talk right there to a man.
That's all I'm saying. This is that's the salary. This is what we got. Let's be on the same page about what we're doing with them. See how that
mindset and that conversation is just within the sphere of you and your man. It ain't social media. Well, so and so, you can't live like them, and you can't look at the man and say, well, I know you work at the job. You said this the job you got, but you need to make that happen. Now I want you to quit this job. And you said that too. We're not going to quit our job and go get a different job. And you trying to make somebody who run at a certain speed. Now you just need to be faster all of a sudden. Yeah. Because I want to be fast too, because I want to have what they got. Wow.
I honestly think I do know some men that do that, but I honestly think that is the beauty and the curse of social media. I think that it expands you because you don't know what you don't know. You don't know what is out there if you haven't been exposed to it. So like, I'm here for that. I'm here for the good part of it. But where it becomes a problem is we get people, not me personally, again, not my life, but people get so caught up looking at what other people have and looking at like what other people are doing that they forget to appreciate what they have. So you like, oh, she doing XYZ. Okay, yeah, but you don't know what she gave up to do XYZ. You're not even appreciating the fact that last year you lived in a cardboard box. This year you got a studio apartment. So I think that's the problem. I think social media is a wonderful place. Follow me on all platforms. But I think the issue is, I think the issue is,
it's like anything else. It's a tool, and it's the way in which you use it matters.
Yeah, we start to idolize it, and we don't appreciate like,
and I'm not going to blame it on social media. So it's not the social media, it's the people, it's the content that's put on that. Because social media is just a tool. Like you said, it can be used for wonderful things, and it has done wonderful things. Matter of fact, it has raised the attention, I think, the aspirations and the efforts of other people to even raise their own lives, right? So it's a certain level of, okay, let's not stay at this level. We see it's possible to achieve something greater, right?
Right. Right. That's
but
my
you know
yes.
your it's like know your levels. Balance is key. So let's take a couple of steps. But you got individuals that are, man, I'm breaking up because he broke. He broke. Nah, he just think he ain't balling. It's really like social
And
media to
most
me
people are
and
not. Like, let's
and
be
some of the
clear.
content.
Most people are
Huh?
not. Most people are not balling.
No,
And
no,
even
it's a
people who are
facade.
making like
It's a
low six
facade.
figures, oh, it definitely is a facade. I know some influencers that rent Airbnbs and take their pictures and make their contents, and they don't even live there. Like, it is a game.
Hmm.
But most people, even if you making six figures, and I think we said this on a previous show, like that's the new check to check. Like eggs is $10.
That's the new check to check, Doc.
Six figures is the new check to check. Like eggs is
Is
$20. Like I don't know what's happening. Okay, hold on. Let's do the okay. Let's do the comments.
Listen,
So Facebook
them women they
uses
pray. Okay, let's do the comments. Facebook said
yeah.
financial security represents stability. I'd 100% agree.
Me
And he
too.
said, facts, young lady. Okay,
Thank
Doc,
you.
young lady.
I am
Alexis
young.
Extraordinaire Butler says, let's be real. A man who shows value by still putting in work than being the breadwinner will receive respect from his woman, period. But there are men who take their, I think it may have cut off.
Yeah, that's it. I do agree. I feel like if it's again like y'all like for me, let's just be aligned with what we're doing, what we got. I think the issues come when we're not aligned with what we're doing with what we got. We got $5. You trying to buy a cheeseburger? I'm trying to put gas in the car. Like, what are we gonna do? Like, let's be aligned with what we
What are we
got.
going to do?
Right.
But see,
I'm
Doctor
okay. Hold
Neek,
on.
well, so the first part was like, let's be real. A man who shows value by still putting in work, than being the breadwinner, will receive respect from his woman, period. But there are men who take their lady car and drop her off at work, then drive around all day doing Lord's know what, then pick her up and the car still dirty with no gas. And she came home and still have to cook.
Come on, baby boy. Come on.
Them ain't,
Vet and
yeah,
Joe.
Joe.
Jody and Vet.
Well, we already know that's not a man. Flat out, period.
Was a baby
Like
boy.
if he, yeah, that's not a man. And then I'm gonna look at the woman and like, your selection, your picker is broken. Let's work on your picker. I think you should go to www.latoyathetherapist.com and you need to have some conversations with that, whoever you get on the line.
Facebook users
exactly. Fire his ass.
Cause why are you driving around all day running out the gas? You ain't got no money. What are you doing,
man? Now, why you not trying to figure out what you can do to contribute? Because at the end of the day, my thing is there should be mutual contribution to the ultimate goal that you're trying to achieve as a couple. And Doc said it a different way. She was like, we need to be planning out these pennies. You're like, if we need to plan the pennies, so the dollars don't matter. Let's plan the pennies, and then we'll be okay. And I think the core of that is to make sure that your values and your goals are in alignment, and y'all are on the same page in getting there. And don't judge one another on what we're doing to get there, or how much we're bringing to the pot as we manage it to get there. So quit looking on the outside, judging and thinking because you got a certain purse or the bottom of your shoe a certain color that it gives you value. It makes you somebody. Actually, having some patience, being long suffering, not seeking after your own, being caring, and being supportive. That's the most beautiful and valuable thing that you can give somebody. I'm finna start a whole trend. Like, man, I'm gonna see how you treat people and how you act. That's where your value is. Damn your title, damn your check. How do you treat people? Because I'm gonna tell you, I tell you, $100 bill, $1 million in your account can't stop me from slapping your ass. It can't stop me from doing that if that's what I decide to do. Now, if you got a good spirit and you the type of person that, man, I couldn't do that person like that. That may be some value. And that's just me trying to give an analogy on don't put so much, because you said it. People walk a little bit taller. And I'm going to tell you, they get a little bit braver. And I'd be like, okay, I may go to jail. Police will come. I'll charge him with assault, but your ass is still slapped. Get back to reality. Back to reality.
Respect reality.
I said it. Respect it.
Okay, Facebook user said poor pimping is what he's doing.
Pimping is what he doing. Yes.
Jay Gilliard said, great point. How do you treat people? Facebook user said, I'm so glad you said that, Eric. So we are going Bailey Project on them.
I know who it is now. I know who it is. Hey, man, I looked up to that dude. I was probably twice his size, and he a little older than me. When I said he ran Bailey. He wasn't even big, but he was. You know them people? Like, they were like, nah, we not messing. We not for that. You're not fighting him. It's an L. It's an L. And he don't even know this, man. One of the things I always admired him about is, man, he protected his sister in such a way. And I know that's how he got that ferociousness. Man, he protected his sister like nobody's business. Like nobody's business, man. But anyway, salute to you, man. If you ain't put your name up there, you maybe don't want it out there, so I ain't gonna say nothing, man. But always, man, I love you, brother.
Oh, little bromance.
Yeah, man. That's yeah.
He said all love.
And I hope you well, man, wherever you at and what you're doing, bro. That's what's up. No, man, but where we at? Okay, we good. I feel like I just ate up all the clock, Doc.
Nah, you did. So
I know. I'm guilty, y'all. I'm guilty.
Okay, so as long as you treat people good, you don't have to have no money.
No, I'm glad you said that, because that is not what I'm trying to say. You got to have that bread. It's a 48 on the scale of 1 to 10.
Hello.
So you got to have the money, but I'm saying, life is about balance, and you need to really, I think, be serious about calibrating what's really valuable, especially when we're talking about human beings and people. And if you're choosing to be in a relationship, which kind of leads into the fact that people think we talk about emotions and how I feel this, or I feel it should be, or I feel, but when it comes to relationships, and I'll say even more so in marriage, to me, that is a decision. So if you decide to team with someone, damn it, be of the type of character where you choose to team with someone, damn it, team up with them and ride it out. And so be selective, be considerate about who you're teaming up with. Definitely have a criteria of what you're looking for. And if you constantly find yourself,
be honest about what your criteria is.
Say again, Doc.
Be honest. People be out here lying. Oh yeah, I love to deep sea dive and mountain climb. No, you like to watch TV. Stop lying. People be like, oh yes, I'm adventurous. I love to travel. No, you don't. You like to go to the store and go home. And that's okay. But be honest with that, because then you find yourself in a situation where your partner wants to explore the world, and you like, oh, I'm just trying.
He want to go shark hunting it. Yeah.
Yeah. So be honest.
Doc, hold on. This may be a curve, but Doc, how often do you run into that? And that's really that's a major pillar on what the problem is with their situation when it deals with relationships.
Oh, all the time. I have a couple. Well, I'm seeing the wife, and she is devastated because they finally retired. They got a couple of dollars, and she let's go. It's time to see the world. It's our time. And he nah, that's a waste of money. Anything we want to see, we can see on the internet.
I'm sorry. I did not mean to squawk on this guy like that, but that was comedy. He said, "No, anything we need to see, we can see on the internet," which is true, because I can buy you a virtual reality.
But when she said that to me, I was waiting for the joke, because I, like you, thought that was comedy, and I said, "Okay, and what happened next?" And she was like, "Nothing. He was serious." Okay, I'm gonna read the comments while you figure it out.
No,
Facebook
you
user
trying to
said,
kill me.
I am here. Do you need some money? Finally, someone understand. Laugh and LOL. That almost sound like me. Oh, what's your wife name? No, I'm just kidding. Don't you tell me nothing.
No, he just saying he liked it. No, okay. Now this is from my own life.
Okay.
I met a woman, thought she was attractive, really fit the mold, and we hit it off. Laughed a lot, which is a big criteria for me. We laughed a lot, had a lot of things in common. They wanted to travel. They were like, "Listen, I'm doing ABC. I actually might not have a home. I might have a little hovel because I'm going to be on the move a lot once I, get to retirement and here in a few years. So, no, traveling is not important to me. It's not something I'm not against it, but it's not. I'm not like, man, I'm really looking
Not like
forward
a
to. I want to
thing.
be able to go and explore, and yeah, and that was that wasn't the only factor. I won't go into the other factor. Just that's
Right.
off limits. But I remember in the conversation, they was like, yeah, and they say that's like a misalignment. And I agreed because I was like, yeah, because I'm not going to hear in front and act like, yeah, that would be something I really would be excited about when I'm not. So you need to find somebody who's in alignment with that. So that telling the truth about who you are and what you want and what you're looking for, you're never going to find it if you don't tell the truth.
There you go. And then you eliminate so much of the back and forth later. So she like, no, like it's time to go. Like, let's do this. And he like, no, I'm not gonna spend my money on that. So you know me, I'm always ask the question. I said, well, was y'all traveling when y'all first got together? She was like, when we first got together, I talked about traveling all the time, but we didn't have no money. We got money now. I'm ready to go. They are at an impasse. Because Buddy said he is not going.
But you should talk about. You know what? This is a good point, Doc. So I love him, but he broke. Just talk to him about what the plan is. What are your plans? Why are you broke? Are you broke, or are you being frugal?
I don't think he's broke. He ain't never asked her for no money, and he doesn't have
that's
a
what I'm
roommate.
saying. So that's like this is my point. This woman, I can't put it on. Nah, women, man, y'all looking at things in a if you can't every hiccup I have, if you can't financially take care of it. If I'm like, my glasses broke, I'm supposed to pay for your glasses. My carburetor's messed up. I got to get your car fixed. And then we ain't like we dating or we together. Now, if you married, then that's on you. That's my car. And you ain't got to worry about it. But I'm saying, I'm trying to speak to the ones who are out here trying to find what you want. Yes, to the segment of women. To the segment of women. Because they're just dating. They're not married. They're right. They don't live together, right? Correct.
They're just dating. They don't live together.
Okay. So yeah. So is he supposed to come to the like that's how he's supposed to show and prove, I guess. I'm like, no, I don't think that's I mean, you could have that mindset, and that may be a way that he can show that he can do that. But you might need to ask him like what he's doing. He may be saving, he may have money invested in certain areas so that when he does go to that next level, the next stage, he's in a position to cover all those things. And you can make a mistake by misjudging a man, and then a man can misjudge a woman by not communicating and really saying what it is you think or any fears you may really have when it comes to finances and money and maybe how they're operating when it comes to their being their physical systems and processes. Fiscal.
I like fiscal. Facebook user says, is that just a thing with women in Dallas? Now we want to travel on the man's expense. So the couple that I was talking about where the wife wants to travel, they actually do not live in Dallas. They live in Florida and they are married, and she like, it's our expense. Like we got a joint and they got a joint checking, a joint savings, and then they each have 2 accounts. And she was like, why we can't do this together? He said, nah.
That's because it's not something he's interested in.
He doesn't value that. But I feel like, I don't know if she didn't have the conversation properly in the beginning, or I don't know if he misrepresented himself. I don't know how this even happened. But he was like, nah, I'm not doing that. I'm not spending my money on that. Like flat out, no.
Now, see, I'm gonna be honest. I can't. I'm like, nah, bro. You can't just do it like that.
Flat out,
What
no.
you're doing is you're inviting your woman to get flued out. So, you know what I'm saying? You can't just say no. You got to be like,
Nice
okay, well,
older lady,
how
too.
many, how much traveling or how much? I don't really want to travel, but how much traveling are you wanting to do? And then let's talk
That's
about
what I'm
what
saying. Like,
places do
where's
you
the
want to.
compromise? Like,
Where's the
why?
compromise? Yeah,
Y'all can't go
yeah.
an
That was,
hour away. Like, just no, just nothing.
but
Just can't go
that ain't
nowhere.
gonna satisfy. Cause I just don't find it, like, I don't know what it is about women and this damn going to Dubai. They think that make them look some type of way, or it makes them something. I'm like, foolish. Matter of fact, it's sad to me. I'm like, you ain't nobody was thinking about no Dubai till they saw somebody ass on social media. Talking about we going to Dubai, we going to, man, don't them people don't even want you over there. You know what I'm talking about? You going over there
I
giving them your money.
know. It's like
You
they
going over there giving them people your damn money, and they don't even like you.
a lot of people
They
don't like
don't.
people.
They have said this. They say this. They
The
tolerate
Dubai
your
people?
ass. And then the one that went over there and really tried to push back, is like they almost, she I think got slapped by one of the servants over there. Like, who are you talking to? Women don't talk to me in a certain way over there. You can't be over there, Byron. You can't be like that and be over there. You can't. I got red bottoms and I'm paying so much for. They don't give a damn. They burn money over there. But anyway, I got and I ain't mad. You want to go to Dubai? Go to Dubai. That's cool. But just it don't make you nobody. Tell you something. Do something hard. Like,
hold on.
Stay with a man. He been unemployed for 8 months, but he trying to get it right. Stick with him. Do that. That's impressive. I said
that's
it.
hard. That's difficult.
Facebook, you said they'll take your money. He's like, they are not fond of us. They are not. They are not.
I actually,
but it's this status.
Too.
What you say, Doc?
Girls trip.
Go to
Alexis
where?
said I actually want to go to Turks and Caicos. I want to go too.
Okay, that's fine. Why?
Because it seems fun and I like to travel. I've never been. What's wrong with that?
You like to travel, and have you ever been to Hot Springs in Arkansas?
Mm-mm.
Why you don't want to go there?
I could go there and then I can go to Turks and Caicos.
Thank you, Doc. I love you. I love your honesty. I love it. I do. I appreciate you, Doc, because it ain't many like you, man. That's why I know I'm favored, man. I'm favored. Because you're gonna keep it kosher. Because you like, I see your point, Eric, but I don't give a damn. I want to still go to Turkish, wherever that is. I don't even want to go no anywhere you might. I mean, y'all didn't seen the kidnappings and the other stuff. I don't get it. Y'all just want to do.
What?
Y'all just want to do.
Not the kids. I watch. Listen, as much as I watch, I'm gonna be careful. You want people to like stay at the house.
Why you can't travel in the continental? Why you can't travel in the continental? No. Why you can't travel in the continental United States? Just a question.
I can. Where we going?
You haven't even. It's plenty of places.
Pick something.
They got all of these places. I would say go to all of the top restaurants that are owned by the top chefs throughout the country and kind of go on a traveling tour to those. How about that? Somebody muted?
Then I don't know. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, I can hear you. We're gonna do both. Alexis said we're gonna do both. That's what I'm talking about. Listen, I'm not one of those people that's like, it's not travel if it ain't out the country. I'm not like that. We really can go to Houston. I just want to go.
Okay. I mean, but Doc, I told you in a different sphere. See we talked about, you was like, okay, maybe I'm stretching. And then you kind of, no, I'm good with the United States. But I mean, some folks, if you're not leaving the continental United States, they not. And I'm just like, nobody's been to Canada. I ain't never heard Canada come up. It's some beautiful things in Canada.
It's a lot. They don't want you over there. And wasn't that your issue?
Nobody wants us. What do you mean?
No, nobody.
Why y'all?
No,
if that's the case,
we don't want us.
if we're judging it,
right?
Okay.
People
Alexa says people get
US.
kidnapped here in the U.S.
Jeff said
I
it's
ain't
cold.
got no comeback on that one because that is a fact.
I know you don't. That actually sounds like a blast, Dad. Let's go. Yeah, let's do it. You don't want to go?
We'll talk about it.
Is this like a group trip, or can I get in on one of the stops, or because I just want to go?
I got you. Doc says like, let's move around. Okay.
Yeah,
I got it. Hey Doc, what are you so listen, I love him, but I'm broke. How important is money? What are your final thoughts? What would you like to leave the people with, Doc?
Hello, my name is Latoya, and no, I'm just kidding. So my final thoughts are this: love is cute, homelessness is not. So let's get aligned on what we're doing with the money. If that's really your man, like if he's just somebody you dating, then I don't think that's none of your business what he's doing with his money. But my point still remains. Money is important. Having a difficult conversation about how much money and what we're doing with the money is very important. Let's be aligned with what we're doing. Those are my final thoughts.
All right, Doc, I can't really top it. My final thoughts is how important is money? Money is very important.
It is.
But I think being clear on your values that are aligned, what you wanting to achieve with that person, be in alignment. That's more important. And I'm here's my tip for women: if you can make sure you pick the right guy, someone who's capable of producing something, because you can't ask for water out of a rock. Okay, so quit asking goldfish to climb trees and asking caterpillars to swim a mile. Okay, that's not what they're equipped for. So make sure you're assessing that. Assess within your range. All of y'all can't have a rich millionaire or even some a multiple thousandaire, because you ain't there. All right, so look at yourself first before you start judging and having these expectations of the man. And if you can show that commitment and solitude, and you make the decision to be with someone that has the capabilities of producing, I'm telling you, you show that man a respect, he will do whatever he has to make sure you have what you need, and he will bust his ass to provide the things that you want.
Okay, guys, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate all the comments. We appreciate all the love. We'll see you next week. We're doing a replay because I will be eating, and Eric is probably going to be with his family. But we'll see you after that.
Indeed. All right. Hey, love you all. Thank you for being in the chat. Hey, make sure you go to the BS3 Network, like, share it. Go to Perspective, and Perspective, look how it's spelled with threes wherever the E's go. Go to our Facebook group and subscribe. Also share and invite individuals into the group. All right. And we have something coming up. We're going to be creating our YouTube page. So our YouTube channel. So we also have that. So be on the lookout for that. Follow Doc on Instagram. And Doc, what's your Instagram? The Latoya the therapist on Instagram. And you can follow me, and you can see that right up under our names. I have two because I'm a co-host on Is It Wednesday Yet, which is Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. And it's _Butler spelled with an A, and that's THA_BUTLA, and then also at Cullinan 8, spelled with the K, KULLINAN, and the number 8. So hey, we appreciate you though, and we love the action in the comments. Hey, to my partner, my Bailey brother, Bailey Project brother, man, I appreciate you. And hey, we'll see y'all not next week, because Doc already made that call. We won't see you next week, but we'll see you the week after. If you have questions, comments, man, hit us up on our group page, and we'll definitely be adamant about getting in contact with you. All right, love y'all. what that was.